Well, still with that story, earlier we spoke with Hatem Maher, sports journalist with Ahram Online, which is based in Cairo, Egypt. We began by asking him what he thought of CAF's decision to back FIFA's plans to host the World Cup every 2 years as other confederations oppose the plan.
I believe that CAF, just like FIFA, only care about money. They only care about the revenue they can get from the World Cup. But in my opinion, this plan will ruin the spark of the World Cup and will totally affect the quality of the game. Money-wise, I think it will not be beneficial for them as they believe, because simply when you hold the World Cup every 2 years, the quality of the game will be affected definitely, because people will be less interested in a biennial World Cup. They will be less enthusiastic to wait for the World Cup. When you wait for 4 years, you are eager to watch the tournament, especially when it's expanded to 48 teams. That will make it worse. To expand it to 48 teams and hold it every 2 years, in my opinion, this is completely nonsense. Big clubs in Africa would love the idea because simply it means more money for them. But at the same time, the small clubs who should be protected by CAF are the ones who will be affected the most. I think it's very unfair, just like what happened in the proposal for the European Super League. It's very unfair to give an advantage to the big teams at the expense of smaller ones. Sports is based on the merit of fair advantage. This means that you should earn it on the pitch. But an African Super League means that some of the big teams in the continent will be guaranteed their place in the tournament regardless of how they fare in their domestic competitions or in any other competitions. At the same time, if a small team punches above its weight and forces its way among the big clubs, it might be deprived of a place in the African Super League. And I'm not sure how will the African Super League be different from the African Champions League. The African Champions League already includes all of the big teams and the smaller ones. So it's a fair advantage, it's a fair competition in the African Champions League. So why we should hold or we should stage another tournament? It's only because of money. I believe it will eventually fail, just like what happened in Europe. I think Cameroon will be successful, even despite some concerns voiced by maybe CAF officials or some reports suggesting that Cameroon is not in the best shape. I think, although I am against CAF in a host of issues, but I think CAF will not take any risk over the hosting of the tournament. CAF has strict requirements that must be met. And that was evident 2 years ago when Cameroon was not ready. It was simply stripped of the host and Egypt stepped in as a late replacement.